All right, everyone, get ready for an incredibly exciting and captivating story. Today, I'm bringing you a tale that will glue you to your screen and make you forget everything else you were doing. It's the story of the Hawara Pyramid, but it's not just any pyramid. This is the Labyrinth Pyramid, folks. That's right, the Labyrinth. This isn't just a casual name, it's a narrative filled with mysteries and secrets that might have forever changed the course of ancient Egyptian history. Can you imagine a pyramid of this immense size, packed with all its hidden secrets, ending up as nothing more than a heap of ruined stones in the sands of Fayum? And what's the secret behind a great pharaoh like Amenemhat III, the 6th king of the 12th dynasty, deciding to build his pyramid in Hawara after abandoning another one he was constructing in Dahshur? Was it simply a change of address because the king grew tired of Dahshur? Or was there a royal conspiracy? Or perhaps a fundamental shift in engineering and construction concepts? And what about the legendary labyrinth that ancient Greek historians like Herodotus described as surpassing the pyramids of Egypt in its grandeur and complexity? Was it truly comprised of 3,000 rooms, half above ground and half below? And how did such an immense structure almost completely disappear? How could a pyramid of this scale with all its internal security measures be plundered? Was it due to the negligence of the tomb guardians, or did the thieves possess secret insider knowledge? And what's the truth behind the theories claiming these pyramids were power stations or vibrational pulse generators? We'll uncover all this and many more secrets today on an exciting and mysterious journey that will reveal the unknown truths of the Hawara Pyramid. Stay with me moment by moment because this video won't let you sleep tonight. When we talk about history completely changing the game, and Pharaoh Amenemhat III was one of them. This man ruled for approximately 45 years, a period considered the pinnacle of the Middle Kingdom in Egypt, signifying an era of extraordinary stability and prosperity. Amenemhat III was a strategic thinker with a clear vision for the future of his reign and his state. His rule was characterized by stability and prosperity, building upon the achievements of his father, Senuseret III, who had established peaceful political conditions. Amenemhat III continued economic improvements, including expanding agricultural land and boosting mining activities in Sinai. He was particularly renowned for his extensive building projects, especially in the Fayum region, where he was later worshipped as a deity during the Ptolemaic and Roman periods. Now, let's address the perplexing question. Why did Amenemhat III abandon his pyramid in Dahshur and build another one in Hawara? This reveals a crucial aspect of ancient Egyptian engineering. It wasn't infallible. Initially, Amenemhat III constructed a pyramid in Dahshur, known as the Black Pyramid. However, due to significant ground problems and structural issues encountered during its construction, this first pyramid was abandoned. Imagine a great pharaoh forced to abandon a project of such immense scale. This practical decision led him to choose Hawara as the site for his second and final pyramid towards the end of his reign. The abandonment of the Dahshur pyramid due to ground problems and the subsequent decision to build in Hawara reveal a crucial aspect of ancient Egyptian engineering. It wasn't infallible. This indicates a learning process and an adaptive approach to monumental construction. Instead of forcing a structure onto unsuitable terrain, the pharaoh and his engineers demonstrated pragmatism by changing the location, prioritizing structural safety and the successful completion of the royal tomb. This highlights the practical challenges faced by builders and their ability to modify plans based on unexpected geological or engineering obstacles. It also means that while the Egyptians possessed immense skill, they were still limited by the extent of their understanding of soil mechanics and foundation stability. Now, let's move on to the Hawara Pyramid itself, which was built to be the final resting place for King Amenemhat III. This pyramid was primarily constructed with a core of sun-dried mud brick, then cased in white limestone. This contrasts sharply with the massive stone blocks used in the Old Kingdom pyramids that preceded it. The pyramid's dimensions were approximately 58 meters, about 190 feet in height, with a base length ranging between 100 and 105 meters, around 328 to 344 feet. Its angle of inclination was reduced to 48 degrees 45 minutes, likely a lesson learned from the problems encountered in Dahshur, indicating a design modification for stability. This mud brick, folks, was ingeniously hardened by recrystallizing calcite after mixing it with water and baking it in the sun, creating a strong, semi-cementitious product. The choice of mud brick as the primary core material instead of solely stone reflects an adaptation to the locally available resources in the Fayum region, and perhaps a more efficient construction method for the Middle Kingdom. However, this choice is inherently linked to the pyramid's current deteriorated state. Sources indicate the mud brick's vulnerability to strong wind erosion and capillary moisture transfer and salt crystallization. This directly explains why the pyramid's limestone casing was plundered over centuries and why it appears today as an eroded mud brick mound of an indistinct pyramidal shape. This reveals a cause and effect relationship. The material choice, while practical for construction, made the structure inherently less resistant to long-term environmental degradation and human intervention compared to solid stone pyramids, leading to its current appearance.
All right, everyone, let's delve into the pyramid's internal structure. That's a whole other story. The entrance to the pyramid's internal structure is located on the western side of the south face, an unconventional entrance designed to mislead robbers. This pyramid features an incredibly complex system of passages specifically designed to deter looters. This system included descending passages, dummy passages to mislead thieves, and numerous 20-ton sliding trapdoors in the ceiling, all aimed at disorienting and trapping intruders. Additionally, some passages were carefully filled with mud and stone blocks to create false routes. As for the burial chamber itself, it was an engineering marvel. Carved from a single piece of hard quartzite, it weighed over 100 tons. It was sealed by a massive quartzite slab, ingeniously lowered into place by slowly releasing sand that supported it into side passages. Above the burial chamber were relieving chambers and a massive brick arch to support the pyramid's core and relief weight. This pyramid contained two sarcophagi, one for King Amenemhat III and another for his daughter, Princess Neferupta. While it was initially believed she was buried with her father, Neferupta's own intact tomb was later discovered about 2 kilometers or 1.2 miles south of the king's pyramid in 1956. This suggests she might have been temporarily interred with her father until her own tomb was completed, or that the actions of the burial team were unusual. The detailed descriptions of the internal security of the Hawara pyramid, multiple 20-ton trapdoors, dummy passages, and sand-release burial chamber sealing mechanism highlight an extraordinary level of engineering and foresight for protecting the royal burial. However, sources explicitly state that despite these impregnable measures, robbers still managed to penetrate the tomb, desecrate the bodies, and burn the wooden coffins. Even Egyptologist Flinders Petrie found that none of the trapdoors had been closed and the wooden doors were open. This creates a significant contradiction and an unresolved mystery, folks. It suggests either gross negligence on the part of the burial team or a deliberate act to facilitate later theft, perhaps by those with insider knowledge, or that the thieves possessed an unexpected level of skill, knowledge, or even insider information. Clearly, the effectiveness of these security systems was compromised, raising questions about the final moments of the pyramid's sealing and its immediate history after burial.
Now, let's get to the biggest legend, the mythical labyrinth that ancient Greek historians described as a structure beyond all expectations. This is truly mind-boggling. Herodotus, c. 484 to 425 BC, was the first to describe the structure in his book Histories, claiming its grandeur surpassed even the pyramids of Egypt. Herodotus mentioned that the labyrinth featured 12 roofed courtyards with opposing doors, 6 facing north and 6 facing south, arranged in 2 connected lines within a single outer wall. He also noted the presence of 2 sets of double chambers, totaling 3,000 rooms, 1,500 above ground, and the same number below ground. And, oh, the secrets! Herodotus stated that the Egyptian site guardians refused to show the underground rooms, claiming they were the burial places of the kings who built this labyrinth, in addition to sacred crocodiles. As for the upper rooms, he described them as creations surpassing human capability with endless winding passages. The ceiling was made of stone, like the walls, and the walls were carved with figures, and each courtyard was surrounded by columns of precisely fitted white stone. Strabo, Diodorus Siculus, and Pliny the Elder also mention the structure, with some variations in details, some claiming it was dedicated to the sun. So, what happened to this labyrinth, and why did it disappear? There was early modern interest in the labyrinth's location, with Claude Sicard in the 17th century suggesting that it might be located in Hawara. In the 19th century, Prussian Egyptologist Carl Richard Lepsius excavated the area around Amenemhat III's pyramid in Hawara in 1843, uncovering the remains of a series of brick-built rooms. In 1888, British Egyptologist Flinders Petrie examined the brick rooms uncovered by Lepsius and determined they were the remains of a Greco-Roman town built over the labyrinth's ruins. Petrie was able to uncover little remaining of the labyrinth's foundations amidst a large stratum of chips. He concluded that the labyrinth itself must have been destroyed in ancient times, and all that remained was the stone base. Petrie also found a limestone statue of Sobek and another of Hathor, in addition to 2 granite shrines, each containing a statue of Amenemhat III. The various ancient accounts suggesting the labyrinth served as a mortuary, temple, an administrative center for provinces, and a place of worship dedicated to the sun point to a complex and integrated commemorative purpose. This suggests that Middle Kingdom royal complexes were not merely tombs, but pivotal centers for religious, funerary, and perhaps even civic functions, reflecting the multifaceted role of the pharaoh in society. So, what caused the labyrinth's demise? The labyrinth was subjected to destruction and quarrying over the centuries, with its stones plundered for use in other buildings, and perhaps part of this destruction dates back to the reign of Ptolemy II, who used materials from the labyrinth to build the nearby city of Shedyot or Arsino. Furthermore, the digging of canals through the site, such as Bahr al-Shakiya and Bahr Abdul Wahab, caused further damage to the antiquities. The systematic destruction and exploitation of the labyrinth stones for subsequent construction, in addition to the digging of canals directly through the site, are direct causes stemming from human activity for the labyrinth's loss and severe deterioration. This underscores how historical human activity, driven by resource needs or urban development, profoundly impacts the survival of ancient archaeological structures, often more than natural processes, explaining its current state.
All right, folks, we've reached the most exciting part of the video: the unofficial theories and speculations surrounding the Hawara pyramid and its secrets, which will keep you awake tonight. 1. The mystery of the plunder and the failure of the impregnable security system. Despite the complex security measures that characterized the pyramid, which we discussed in detail, the winding passages, dummy passages, 20-ton trapdoors, the burial chamber made of solid quartzite weighing over 100 tons, and the sand release sealing mechanism, the tomb was successfully plundered. Imagine all these fortifications, and still the thieves got through. Petrie found that the trapdoors had not been closed, the wooden doors were open, and the sarcophagi had been burned. The failure of the Hawara pyramid's sophisticated security system, despite its advanced engineering, represents a major historical enigma. The discovery of open trapdoors and plundered contents suggests either profound oversight or negligence by the burial team, or, more intriguingly, the involvement of individuals with intimate knowledge of the tomb's design, perhaps even those who helped construct it. This raises questions about the integrity of the sealing process and the potential involvement of insiders in ancient tomb robberies, challenging the idea of impregnable royal tombs. 2. Energy theories and ancient devices. Folks, some accounts suggest the presence of a megalithic core in the pyramid and trapdoors acting as ancient security systems. Other theories, often applied to the Giza pyramids, propose that pyramids might have been power stations, vibrational pulse generators, or even microwave lasers or wireless electricity transmitters. However, many of these theories do not withstand scientific scrutiny. 3. The mysterious connection to Easter Island and Atlantis. Questions are also raised about a mysterious connection between Egyptian pyramids and the giant stone statues on Easter Island. As for the Labyrinth, it is believed in some circles that it was a site for ancient mystery schools, tests, and hidden knowledge, and even that it might contain details about the history of the legendary Atlantis. These narratives, though lacking rigorous academic support, reflect enduring human curiosity about ancient mysteries.
1. The Fayum Oasis context. Hawara is located at the entrance to the Fayum Depression, a region of immense historical and cultural significance, renowned for its natural beauty and unique ecosystem, like Lake Moeris and Bahr Youssef. Fayum was a vital region for ancient Egypt, and Amenemhat III invested heavily in it. 2. The Book of the Fayum. The Book of the Fayum is an ancient Egyptian local monograph celebrating the Fayum region and its patron deity, the crocodile god Sobek. It is also classified as a topographical priestly guide to cult worship. This text is known from multiple sources dating to the Ptolemaic and Roman periods, 332 BC to 359 AD. It primarily served as a mythical map of the Fayum. This book was widely popular in Roman Egypt, and many fragments of it have been found. The book describes Sobek Ra's nocturnal journey through Lake Moeris instead of the underworld, and refers to various creation myths, indicating the cosmic importance of Fayum. The Book of the Fayum, which describes the region as a center of cosmic importance and details Sobek Ra's nocturnal journey through Lake Moeris, provides crucial religious and mythological context for Amenemhat III's extensive investment in the Fayum. This suggests that pharaonic building efforts were not merely pragmatic, but deeply intertwined with local cults and beliefs, elevating the region's spiritual status during his reign. This highlights the integration of royal patronage with regional religious narratives. 3. Fayum Mummy Portraits. Flinders Petrie discovered the famous Fayum mummy portraits in the tombs surrounding the pyramid in 1888 and 1911. These realistic painted portraits were attached to mummies from the Roman era and are considered significant artistic and historical discoveries, offering unique insights into daily life and funerary customs in later periods. The discovery of Fayum portraits in Hawara, dating to the Roman era, centuries after the pyramid's construction, illustrates the site's enduring cultural and historical significance beyond its primary function in the Middle Kingdom. This demonstrates how ancient sites often evolve into complex archaeological landscapes, accumulating layers of history and offering insights into diverse periods and populations, showcasing continuous human presence and interaction with sacred places. Chapter 7. Hawara Today: Preservation and Future Exploration, and Why is it at risk? 1. Current state and deterioration. Today, the Hawara pyramid is merely an eroded mud brick mound, while the labyrinth is largely destroyed, with only its foundations remaining. The constant inflow of irrigation water and rising groundwater levels, approximately 5 meters below the topographical surface and 7 meters above the level of the lower passages, pose a significant threat to the site, causing severe deterioration to the pyramid's substructure and the labyrinth's remains. The rising groundwater level due to continuous irrigation poses a critical environmental threat to the Hawara site, leading to active deterioration of the pyramid's substructure and the labyrinth's remains. This highlights the complex challenges of preserving ancient archaeological sites in modern agricultural landscapes, where human development to meet current needs can inadvertently jeopardize invaluable historical heritage, necessitating urgent and innovative preservation strategies. 2. Preservation efforts. There are international efforts to implement a sustainable preservation strategy and drain water from the area. It is crucial to understand the groundwater level and hydraulic properties of this region.
The project, the Labyrinth, Conservation, Analysis, and Virtual Reconstruction of the Archaeological Site of Hawara Pyramid and Labyrinth, is an innovative 36-month research project offering significant progress in developing a virtual reality interface and a modern storage platform that will record and document the current conditions of the site for interactive visualization and will integrate structural, thermal, and hydrological data within the virtual computed environment. The project aims to use advanced laser scanners and virtual heritage modeling techniques to create an integrated and interactive model of the site, underground, above ground, and aerial. It also aims to develop a virtual reality experience of the site and a mobile application for the site's history and navigation, in addition to enhancing global tourist awareness of the site and its historical and archaeological significance. The deployment of advanced technologies like laser scanning, ground-penetrating radar, and virtual reality modeling for the conservation and reconstruction of Hawara represents a significant advancement in archaeological practice. This demonstrates a shift towards non-invasive, data-driven methods for understanding and preserving threatened sites, offering new avenues for research, public engagement, and long-term heritage management in the face of environmental challenges. 3. Tourist impact and potential. Despite its historical importance, Hawara is an important but often overlooked archaeological site. Tourist visitor numbers are low compared to sites like Giza, 14.7 million visitors annually. However, it offers a quieter and more contemplative experience for visitors. There is potential to enhance its competitiveness through proper preservation and promotion. Despite its immense historical significance, Hawara attracts few tourists, contrasting sharply with popular sites like Giza. This presents a unique opportunity to develop specialized heritage tourism. By leveraging its distinct historical narrative, the enigma of the labyrinth, and its relatively secluded nature, Hawara can offer a quieter and more contemplative experience, attracting travelers seeking a deeper engagement with ancient history away from mass tourism, thereby enhancing its competitiveness and ensuring sustainable visitation.
The Hawara Pyramid and its associated labyrinth complex are a captivating architectural and historical testament to the ingenuity of the Egyptian Middle Kingdom and the vision of its pharaoh Amenemhat III. From the pharaoh's pragmatic decision to relocate his burial site to Hawara after issues in Dahshur, to the pyramid's intricate design and innovative security mechanisms, the site reveals the engineering challenges and adaptive solutions faced by ancient Egypt's builders. The choice of mud brick as the core material, though efficient in construction, also explains the pyramid's current deterioration as it succumbed to environmental conditions and human plundering over the centuries. The labyrinth, described by Herodotus as surpassing the pyramids, remains an enduring enigma. Our understanding of it has evolved from ancient accounts to Petrie's early archaeological discoveries and then to modern confirmations of extensive subterranean structures thanks to advanced technologies. This evolution not only highlights the power of historical narratives, but also underscores the increasing role of technology in unraveling the secrets of the past. The plundering of the pyramid, despite its advanced security measures, raises questions about either negligence or insider knowledge that allowed the penetration of these formidable structures. Alternative theories, though often not scientifically supported, add a layer of folklore and speculation that enhances the site's allure. Furthermore, cultural discoveries like the Fayum mummy portraits and the Book of the Fayum enrich our understanding of the site as a continuous cultural and religious hub connecting different periods of Egyptian history. Currently, Hawara faces significant preservation challenges due to rising groundwater levels, necessitating innovative international efforts. Projects like the Labyrinth, Conservation, Analysis, and Virtual Reconstruction are pioneering examples of how modern technology is being used not only to document and protect invaluable heritage, but also to make it accessible to a global audience, potentially transforming Hawara into a specialized tourist destination, offering a unique and contemplative experience away from the crowds.
The Hawara Pyramid, with all its history, secrets, and tales, remains a site of immense importance for Egyptologists and for humanity as a whole, with the promise of more discoveries in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video and our journey into the mysterious world of the Hawara Pyramid. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to get all our new content. See you in the next video. Goodbye.